If everything feels urgent, nothing moves forward. We need to talk about the trap that keeps even great leaders stuck: short-term thinking. A leader I work with said recently, "I've been so busy solving today's problems, I don't even remember what we're building." And that's just not an uncommon story. In schools, leaders don't burn out because they're unclear, they burn out because the system never lets them lift their heads. Another crisis, another deadline, another urgent thing that screams louder than the meaningful work beneath it. And over time, we lose sight of what we actually are building, and that's the short-term thinking trap. Now, here's the good news. I've seen leaders escape it, not by adding more, but by shifting how they lead. First, we change how we see. Then, we protect the space to act on what we see. And finally, we bring others into that clarity so they're not carrying it alone. Now, let's walk through all three. Way out number one is lead from a lens, not just a list. I recently said to one of my clients, "You're showing up with a to-do list, but not a lens." But she was organized, efficient, constantly on task, but the list never stopped, and the long view was gone. So we built a Monday morning lens. 3 questions, 10 minutes, quiet time before the swirl. 1. What matters most this week and why? 2. What demands attention but is not aligned? And 3. Where can I lead with design, not default? And she began delegating differently, saying "not yet" with confidence, and her team started adjusting their own pace. And the result was that she didn't just have fewer tasks, she had clearer sightlines and stronger trust. Because strategy doesn't live in your planner, it lives in your presence. Way out number 2, protect strategic space like it's sacred. Now, another leader had a calendar full of vision time, on paper. Every week, it got overridden. "I'll get back to this after this call. This admin task is quick. This one meeting matters more." It just never stopped. So we got very specific. She now holds a 90-minute window every Friday called Leadership Reset. It's visible, protected, and expected. Her team knows not to interrupt it. She uses it to track how her week reflected her values, identify work that needs release, and reconnect with what she's building. The ripple effect was that her team began carving out their own reset time. Vision became a shared rhythm, not a private dream. Because the future doesn't ask for time, you have to make it sacred. Way out number 3 is narrate the long view, out loud. This is the shift that changes everything. You stop holding strategy in your head and start sharing it out loud, consistently, even casually. One principal began by starting every team meeting with a 30-second anchor. "Here's where we're heading this term. Here's what I'm protecting this week. And here's why I'm saying no to that initiative." Not just for approval, for clarity. When leaders name the long view, they make it possible for others to align. And the result? Pushback softened. Staff began using the same language. Decisions began making sense because direction was clear. Vision dies in isolation. When you speak it out loud, it becomes culture. Short-term thinking isn't laziness, it's survival. But you're not here to survive. You're here to lead with rhythm, to protect time for what matters, and to guide your team towards something that lasts. Every time you do, even in small ways, you reclaim the long game. That's the shift. And this is exactly what we explore in the Professional Wellness Workshop, a free space for school leaders ready to lead with clarity and intention, even inside a culture of noise. When you register, you'll also receive early access to my new book, Culture of Excellence: The Path to Empowered Teaching, Inspired Learning, and Intentional Leadership. Now, what helps you stay focused on the long game, even when everything feels urgent? Drop it in the comments, like this if it landed, follow for more clarity-first leadership insights, and share this with a colleague who's feeling stuck in short-term mode and needs a different way forward. And I'll see you in the workshop.